Hey, what's happening, guys? It's Tyler from Valve News Network, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Half-Life 2 mod, Missing Information. Now, in case you don't know, Missing Information is a mod that restores and recreates some of the content leaked within the Half-Life 2 beta leak. The first version of the mod, released in 2006, includes a couple of restored maps and a couple of restored weapons, but over the period of time of development, in 2011, when version 1.6 came out, the entire E3 presentation from 2003, an entire Hyperborea chapter, which was a Borealis chapter, and every single weapon, give or take 3 or 4 weapons, were restored completely in Missing Information. Now, why is this important? To be able to completely understand, you have to have some knowledge of the Half-Life 2 beta leak. While I'm not gonna get in that much detail, as I will make a video about it, Half-Life 2 had a major leak of content back in 2003. And this leak of content pretty much had the majority of files in the development of the entire game of Half-Life 2. Problem was, the majority of these maps were buggy as all hell, and most of them were unplayable. The Hyperborea chapter is the thing that sets center stage on this mod, as it is almost a complete Half-Life 2 chapter, including its own custom models and textures. Everything else, however, in this chapter is original from the leak, just fixed and put back into the correct place that it was supposed to be in. And it's awesome. If you know what you're doing and you know what you're actually playing, it is great. This is the Borealis that is supposed to be in Half-Life 3 or Half-Life 2 Episode 3. There are some problems, however. During my play, I had a lot of missing textures and a few missing models and a couple of bugs going on in the map that I would expect from playing it in the Half-Life 2 leak engine, but not so much while playing it in the Half-Life 2 Episode 2 engine. Now, those missing textures aside, because this is on a later version of the source engine, this does look really good. Specific parts like outside the Borealis and 2 of the E3 maps look absolutely incredible and could actually be considered better looking than Half-Life 2 itself. Included alongside the Borealis chapter is the entire E3 2003 presentation, and although it is a very specific kind of a level that you have to play in the correct way, otherwise it won't work, it is incredibly interesting to be able to see this in full HD, as there has been videos from the E3 2003 presentation online since it happened back in 2003. Other small additions on this mod include a couple of extra maps found within the WC map pack, one taking place on the rooftops, which was a very early concept from the early development of Half-Life 2. These extra maps are very cool. The only thing that it really brings to mind, though, is what this team could be able to do with the rest of the files. The last time we heard anything regarding the development of this mod was back in 2011 when 1.6 came out. Since then, it's been just a little bit of updating here and there, and not much has happened at all. There's a lot of promise here for this mod to be able to become more than it currently is, and right now, although it's cool to look at, the novelty of it all wears off, and it gets kind of boring since it is very, very short. I would love for there to be a mod that completely recreates the original storyline of Half-Life 2 with the WC map pack maps that are available, but as of the current time of speaking, that does not exist, sadly. But what we do have is a very, very nicely made show and tell of what this development team can do with the very buggy and very unplayable versions of maps that were given to them during the Half-Life 2 beta leak. And that is really cool. So I recommend it. Go check it out. Missing Information. So anyways, guys, that was your review of the Missing Information mod. If you like this video, click subscribe, comment, favorite, like, do all that stuff. I appreciate it, and it really helps me out. I'm Tyler McVicker. This is Valve News Network. Adios.